So in this video, what I'm going to show you is going to be how to build a database reactivation campaign to reactivate some of your clients list, and the results actually look like this. So for this one of our clients, and then this is what was sent out, right? And it actually booked like one of his clients in. So this is all AI, by the way. This is AI handling the conversation, and it's actually going to book the appointment with my client's client, right? So, are you back from Canada? Noon tomorrow? Yes, and then new appointment created. Please let me know if this is correct. I can mark it as confirmed. Time zone EDT, booking confirmation, and then correct, right? And so you have that. So this was all done via the database reactivation. The replies were handled by AI. And in this video, I'm going to detail you exactly how to do it for your clients. You can charge anywhere from $250 a month to $500 a month just for this because it's ROI driven, right? So if they invest in your program over here, they're going to get some ROI, right? So obviously this guy is booked. You book enough people, certain amount of people will show up, and then a certain amount of people your client will be able to close, right? And this is their old client list, so there's some trust over there. So without further ado, this is step by step, A to Z, how exactly to get these kinds of results, right? And actually get results for your clients for very, very cheap, and then have AI book the appointment, right? Cool.
Okay, so what you want to first do is head on over to automation on the left, right? And then what you want to do is, once you're on automation, you want to hit create workflow. Start from scratch. The first thing that you want to do is you want to have the SMS send out the offer, right? So SMS, send SMS. We're going to call this offer. Right, and then this is going to be the free upgrade, the free voucher offer. So my client runs a home automation company, so he does free upgrades for AV stuff. So the offer is the word free is very important here. You want to offer a discount or something for free, right? I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then you have that. This location name it just pulls from the friendly business name or the location name that you've set on your GoHighLevel sub account, which is basically the name for the sub account, right? So this is Will. We did some AV work for you before. I've got some free vouchers. Are you interested in one, right? So that is the offer. That is what my clients will see on their phones, right? And then they can reply if they're interested or not, right? So the next bit is going to be actually to see if they would be interested or not. So we're going to wait because not everybody is going to respond instantly, right? So we have a conditional wait. So this is a conditional wait, and then reply to offer. And then what it's going to do is time out 240 minutes. So it's going to wait 6 hours, or it's going to wait until there's a reply to the offer, right? One of the things has to happen in order for this condition to be met. So again, timeout is what will happen after 240 minutes, no contact reply, and then contact reply is what happens when the contact replies. So those are the only two conditions. Either the guy replies or we time out, right? So if the contact actually replies to the offer, what we're going to do is handle that with AI, right? So let's set that up right now. So the first thing that we want to do is have the if else branch, right? So when the contact replies, we need to kind of navigate and test if it is positive or negative, or something that we can't handle. So what we do is we set a conditional branch over here. So this is called the if else branch, and all I did was basically trigger this and then if else. Okay. Then what we want to do is wait for intent type, or not wait for, but handle the intent type. If it's positive or is positive, yes. So we sent the offer, the guy replied, and the intent type on the reply as gauged by their internal AI is positive. So the guy replied with a positive reply, right? And then the other condition is none. So if I save that action, what's going to happen is we're going to get another condition over here, which is basically is reply positive. right? And then what if the reply is positive? What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and handle that with AI, appointment booking AI bot. And then basically this is the appointment booking AI bot. I'm going to make sure that it goes to the 5-minute call calendar. And then personality is Elizabeth. Okay, or actually I use Emma, I think. Okay, yeah, you are Emma. And I have this prompt here already, which goes along with that. Keep responses underneath that. You're an appointment booking bot. You're communicating for an AV upgrade offer. If they seem like they want an AV upgrade offer, if they're asking for a price, all of this, right? So it's going to try to nudge them to book an appointment on the quick 5-minute call calendar. These are all the instructions, right? And then maximum messages limit before not booked. So basically this is the max amount of messages before it goes to appointment not booked, right? This is timeout for which the bot waits for a reply. That's perfect, 24 hours. And then the channel is going to be via SMS, right? And then since we have already a reminder system that confirms the appointment and everything, I'm going to go ahead and select this. If you don't have a reminder system set in place, then don't make sure that this is selected. Or make sure that this is not selected so it doesn't actually confirm the message, right? If you have a reminder, like if you have another workflow that lets the person know that the appointment is confirmed, right, and you have another workflow, then you don't want to let this you want to go ahead and select this so that it does not send a confirmation message. If you don't have another workflow that sends a confirmation message, then leave this unchecked. So right now we do have a confirmation that goes out, so when the guy actually successfully books, we have an automation to remind them that they've confirmed the appointment as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, so don't let the bot send the confirmation message. Wait time is, if you want to make sure that this is set to 5. This is 5 seconds, right? Basically it's important for speed to lead to keep them engaged. You want to make sure that this is at least at 5, right? And so that they're engaged and stuff. So within 5 seconds they'll kind of the bot will reply back to any kind of reply, to the positive reply. So basically that's what that is. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Then we have the appointment setting bot over here. So what do we have so far? We've sent out the offer, which is a free upgrade or a voucher. We're waiting a bit, right? We're waiting 240 minutes. And then we're waiting to see if there is somebody interested in the voucher or if we kind of time out, right? Now, what happens if we time out? Do we just give up? No, well, let's give them another kind of nudge. So after 6 hours, let's go ahead and give them a second SMS. So the second SMS is just going to be this. Hey, contact first name, just checking back to see if you're interested. Should I put one aside for you? All right, so basically that. And then this one can be nudge. So we're nudging them and then we're offering them, reminding them of the offer, right? And then what we want to do is basically wait for a reply. And then this one is a wait for contact reply, nudge plus offer. And then let's see over here. Okay. And then again, what we want to do is handle it if it was positive. So what we're going to do here is just simply copy actions, copy all actions from over here. Or what you can do is simply route it to go to, right? Go to save action, and then basically route it to this one. So yeah, because this is kind of the same thing, right? Nudge plus offer, so it's waiting for a bit, and then there's no timeout on this because this is the final nudge. You can have some more nudges, but yeah, and then it'll just go to, that basically. Okay, so again, you have the go to, and then which is another widget, and then it just goes to this. because it is the same condition. So we're waiting until there's a contact reply, there's no timeout, and if the reply is positive or not, we handle that, right? So if nothing, it's not positive, we don't do anything. If it is positive, then we try to, right? So that's basically it. This next step, you want to make sure you do, unless you want to get your number and email provider server blacklisted from sending, is you want to set this on drip mode, right? It's absolutely kind of critical that you do this. So I'm going to set it to drip. And this is, I recommend just inputting the drip in the actual workflow rather than doing it another way via the contacts tab. The reason being, you might forget to have it go in drip mode if you're adding it via the contact tab. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine, but there's two ways to do it. I would recommend this way in terms of drip mode. You definitely do want drip mode enabled. I do. Basically what this is going to do, this is going to send 1 per 5 minutes, right? 1 per 5 minutes. So what that means is each text to a contact will occur once per 5 minutes. And you don't want to send, for example, like let's say you have a contact list of 1,000. You don't want to send 1,000 contacts simultaneously. That'll just get you banned from sending SMS, right? So you want to make sure that the batch size is set to 1. You want to make sure that the drip interval is something like this, right? So that's 12 texts in a minute, every single minute, right? And that's about 96 texts in an 8-hour period, right? So you have that in over there. Yeah, that's 1 text every 5 minutes, basically. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit publish. The next thing that I'm going to do is actually import the contacts that we need to reach out to, right? We also want to make sure, let me see here. Now, if this is a DR, you probably don't want to be bothering people overnight and stuff, right? What we're going to do over here is set a specific time. And let's say that we only want to send text and stuff, at 9 a.m. to basically 5 p.m., something of that nature, so that, it can be a bit later, when people get home and stuff. And then maybe we set this to 11 a.m. This is if your contacts are maybe in the West Coast, sending it at 8 would equal 5, whereas sending it at 11 would equal 8 on the East Coast, right? East Coast and West Coast, biggest kind of areas. This covers everything within business hours, basically, right? And then you have that going out, right? So this is not too late, this is not too early, and this is only during the weekdays. So basically, I would recommend, having these hours set over here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So it's only going to be sent during these hours on these days, right? Okay, so we have drip mode over here. We have our offer, we have our nudge plus offer, and then we have an AI booking bot. If the reply is positive and they're interested in booking, we basically book them in, right? So this workflow is pretty much complete. So what we're going to do now is import the contacts. So I have a list of contacts over here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit import contacts. Next, create an update is fine. Upload the CSV. Let's see. Okay. And you want to make sure first name, last name, and then the phone number are correct. So phone number, email. Okay, so that all looks good. And then you basically have all of these. What we do also want to do is tag, and then basically what we want to tag this as DR. What we need to do is go to settings on the bottom left over here. And then once we're in settings, we need to scroll down and hit tags over here. So just add a new tab. You can call this tag DR. Create. There we go. Then we have that. So let's see if it's, I need to refresh her. There we go. All right, cool. So we have that, and then that's good to know for future reference when we actually start the DR campaign. So add tags to import contacts, DR, And then basically we have that, right? So first name, last name, text enabled, phone number, and then email. So whatever you have, make sure the first name and then I mean, we're not sending out emails. We can send out emails as well, honestly. So if you wanted to also send out emails, you can just click on this and then email, send email, this one, and then just name it the out. Alright, and that's pretty much what you can do. Save the action, and now you have email offer, and then basically you can just do that, right? So I prefer text because you have the AI handling feature. Yeah, the reply rate is also higher on text. And you know, for this client, we have automations and reminders that go through emails. So I don't want to do anything with regards to the servers. So it's up to you really what you want to do over here. For example, like if I go over here and I go to this, as you can see right now, it's not designed to handle email responses, right? So you can do it if you want. You'd need somebody to manually check on the emails and stuff to see if you get a positive reply or not via email. I'm going to leave this out because I want the AI to kind of handle everything. We do have appointment setters, but for a DR campaign, I don't really want them involved. And really, people reply on SMS way significantly more than email. So I'm going to just make sure that this is fully automated. There's no human intervention. There's no managing of anything. And basically, we just have the SMS, and then the SMS is being handled by the AI. AI is booking it, and it's a seamless experience, right? So that's my personal preference. You can, of course, do the emails as well, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then, yeah, so it looks good. We have the DR thing over here. Hit that, the confirm all contacts, and then basically start the bulk import over here. And so you can go to bulk actions and see if it imported properly over here. We have an error for some of them. That's fine. Some of them probably not formatted. You can kind of see over here which ones were formatted. I think these are just blanks. So you can look at successes. You can look at them all. I'm going to go ahead and hit refresh. So it was a batch of 100, but some were blanks and stuff. Still importing. Okay, so 94, and then I think there were some blank batches, basically. As you can see, some blanks over here, right, where we did not have all the information. So that's fine. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to filter via the tags. Then I'm going to see this over here. Then what I'm going to do is select all of the records. Let me go ahead and hit refresh, just make sure. Filter DR. Okay, select all 85. There were duplicates, that's why you're seeing 85 basically, right? So for example, like this one was repeated like 3 times over, right? So it's going to remove duplicates for you, which is great because you don't want to hit the same contact multiple times, right? That wouldn't make any sense. So we have all of this. What we're going to now do is we've selected all of them. We're going to hit add automation, right? Then I'm just going to call this DR1 workflow. Select that workflow, DR workflow free voucher offer. We already have it in drip mode over here, right? So 1 and 5, and this is what I was talking about. You might forget, since this is the default option, it means that if you do this enough times over a decent period of time, you're probably going to forget sometimes to select drip mode, right? And having this make sure that you're always in drip mode so you don't get blacklisted or anything, right? So send all at once is fine because we have it all in drip. It's going to basically drip. And then, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and add to automation. So yeah. And then if I hit refresh, So we have 85 contacts in drip mode. It's going to respect that drip mode. It's going to send one every 5 minutes. So that means one text every 5 minutes. And then what's going to happen also is we're going to only start sending 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Right now, at the time of recording this, it's like 5 a.m. Right? So 11 a.m. is when it's going to start, basically. So that's basically it. A to Z, you have it there. This is how to do DR for your clients and stuff, and have the AI bot book the appointments for you as well.